Even a life spent in exclusive comfort, floating luxuriously from one exotic port to another needs a little excitement. So if you have some time on your hands and some money burning a hole in your pocket, head on downtown. This is the world's Main Street, and it's the beating heart of this ocean village. Whatever your mood or craving, Deck 5 of the world has you covered. Feeling romantic? House of Graff, one of the most exclusive jewelers on earth, may be just the thing.
What we do at the House of Graff is unearth, cut, polish, and introduce the most fabulous jewels in the world to a very discerning clientele. And this is one way that we can reach a global clientele and almost be like an ambassador throughout the world.
And to satisfy this clientele, the world's single Graff shop carries an inventory worth over $12 million.
One of our specialities is natural yellow diamonds from South Africa, which you can see here.
Being the only high-end ocean-going jewelry emporium offers an interesting upside.
We've recently bought some pink diamond crystals from Australia, and when we're in South America, we'll bring on beautiful stones from that area, emeralds and sapphires and so on.
Or try this on for size. Price tag, $475,000.
Beautiful thing about exquisite jewelry like this is that no one needs it. Jewelry is pure luxury.
The world has a virtually endless list of interesting places to spend time on the ship. There's the world-class art gallery, the full library, a bit heavy on the travel section. There's even a house of worship. But never forget, this is a 5-star resort. And how can you enjoy the countless equatorial paradises on your itinerary without hitting the water in style? Folded safely out of sight while underway, the entire aft deck swings down when at anchor, revealing a veritable wonderland of aquatic possibilities. But just as you'd expect, the world's Marina is an engineering innovation in itself. Quite simply, it's one of the largest retractable ocean-going marinas.
Like in Tahiti or Hawaii, when we're going to be there, you open this, extremely calm water, nice little breeze. You organize like at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, a nice cocktail here. Oh, it's just fantastic. Yeah? We create, in fact, an area where we can enjoy the sea and sail or have kayaks or banana boats and everything.
Of course, this retractable marina isn't the only recreational amenity that is radical for its time on the world. The ship also boasts the Earth's first floating full-size tennis courts. Even the pool has its exclusive claim to fame. For those in search of real exercise, this one has special jets that let you pump up your workout by pumping up the current.
Ordinary basin like this, you just swim 10 meters. But when you swim against the jet, you get 3 to 5 more meters when you exercise more.
After a quick dip, it's time for a little low-key entertainment. How about a first-run film? A lecture on the port? Or local entertainers in the ship's one-of-a-kind full-sized movie theater. The world even has its own television and radio stations, broadcasting daily shows to the populace of this floating township.
We've put together a morning radio program that we air on our TV channel that everybody tunes into, our informational channel. We do some music, news, sports, tell them what the weather's going to be like in the port of call.
Well, before we get out of here, we're going to check out the weather forecast. 70 degrees right now in Venice, Italy. Expecting a high today of 75, overnight 51 degrees. And then sunny and warm again tomorrow with a high near 76. So make sure you get out and enjoy the great weather here in terrific Venice.
And then we also do a television show called The World Today Live at 5. Which is aired every afternoon at 5 o'clock. And that also is an informational tool where we may go into port and find interesting people and talk to them, or we might talk to interesting residents or guests or crew members as well.
Children aren't speaking to them
This program, describing how to cope with the difficulties of being rich, is just one example of what you might find if you tune in.
But that doesn't mean that we should ignore the problems of the rich. Right. Yeah. And the truth is that kids are very vulnerable anyway. Their esteem is low to start with. Right. And when you throw all the status symbols in there and the dysfunctions of affluenza into their personality traits, it doesn't bode
But perhaps the best cure for affluenza is a quick trip to the onboard casino, where you can briskly rid yourself of as much cash as necessary.
$10,000 right there.
Wow.
If a quiet night at home sounds more appealing, try a quick visit to the study. Shipboard librarian Barbara Carlson is always on hand to help with your selection.
I got a Harold and Maude video and Rashomon. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I just brought this book back. This is an excellent book by Wilbur Smith, Birds of Prey. I haven't gotten anything done. I was so busy reading that. So, it's pretty nice to be able to just come in here and sign them out.
As you leave the library, or the study as we choose to call it, you can just walk right into the At Sea, which is our internet cafe. It's a business sort of area for the ship. Everybody comes in and looks at this strange chair in the internet. It is shaped like a surfing chair, I call it. But I just tell people that they come in and sit down and relax and put their feet up, and then we do root canals there.
Barbara is a woman of many talents, so don't be surprised if you catch her moonlighting on the microphone with her husband, Johnny.
Except for the time.
My husband and I came as a package. Actually, Johnny plays and sings, so he's the only pianist on the board, and so I sing with him and help him with his shows.
If you're looking for the party, Quantum is the world's very own hotspot nightclub. Then again, hotspot might be a bit of an overstatement.
We're used to working for bigger crowds, and especially when I do my shows. I did Sinatra, an American classic, a few days ago, and we made the mistake of doing 2 shows instead of just 1, so we had very, very small crowds at each show. But at any rate, it's something we have to get used to, and I've always said to Barbara and other people that have asked me that if I have just a couple of people in the audience that really enjoy what I'm doing, then I'm happy. That's the main thing.
Thank you very much.
For those passengers on the World with a nose for luxury, no evening would be complete without a quick stop at the exclusive Cigar Club.
To my knowledge, this is the only cigar club that I've ever heard of being on board a ship. To actually have a humidor on board a ship is a very difficult task because of the constant change of humidity from moving from one port to the next, and to keep the humidity at about 68% in a unit like this, it takes a lot of technology involved. They have 2 humidifiers in the bottom here. This whole unit is actually an open unit, so that the air flows through constantly. We have an electronic sensor up in the corner there, which once the humidity reaches 70%, it automatically closes the humidifiers off. And then as the various temperature changes and the humidity changes come on, so that will keep the cigars in perfect condition. It's fully stocked with selection of the best Cuban cigars you can find: Monte Cristo, Cohibas over here, Partagas, Punch, Romeo and Juliet. I would say 80% of our cigars are Cuban because they make the best cigars.
The most popular cigar on board is this Cohiba Esplendido. At $38 each, it's also considered quite a bargain.
Esplendido. It's wonderfully made, very rich, earthy flavor to it. A real avid cigar smoker will go through one good cigar in an evening. That's where they would have dinner, perhaps in our fine dining restaurant, come in here, enjoy a cognac, their coffees, a cigar, and conversation. And the conversation is normally focused on cigars.
As with the rest of the service on the World, nothing is left to chance. Every smoker is treated to the formal cigar service, which includes counseling on cigar choice, cutting, lighting, and of course, the presentation ceremony.
Perfect. This is a
a really excellent cigar. You don't find them very many places.
Although you won't find many female residents in here, it's especially popular with this floating village's golfers, who traditionally enjoy a smoke after a relaxing round of 18 ashore.